Hi, this is the Spanish Fork Library. We're excited to share with you some of our awesome new books. Check them out today. Girls of Paper and Fire by Natasha Gann. In this richly devoted fantasy, Lei is a member of the Paper Caste, the lowest and most persecuted class of people in Ikara. She lives in a remote village with her father, where the decade-old trauma of watching her mother snatched by royal guards for an unknown fate still haunts her. Now the guards are back, and this time it's Lei they're after, the girl with the golden eyes whose rumored beauty has piqued the king's interest. Over weeks of training in the opulent but oppressive palace, Lei and 8 other girls learn the skills and charm that benefit a king's consort. There she does the unthinkable. She falls in love. Uncover a riveting story of palace intrigue set in a sumptuous, Asian-inspired fantasy world. Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. Spence's world has been under attack for decades. Now pilots are the heroes of what's left of the human race, and becoming one has always been Spence's dream. Since she was a little girl, she has imagined soaring skyward and proving her bravery, but her fate is intertwined with her father's. A pilot himself who was killed years ago when he abruptly deserted his team, leaving Spence's chance of attending flight school at slim to none. With this action-packed trilogy opener, Sanderson offers a resourceful, fearless heroine and a memorable cast. The Devil's Thief by Lisa Maxwell. Esta's parents were murdered. Her life was stolen, and everything she knew about magic was a lie. She thought the Book of Mysteries held the key to freeing the Magus from the Order's grasp, but the danger within its pages were greater than she ever imagined. Now the book's furious power lives inside Hart. If he can't control it, it will rip apart the world to get its revenge, and it will use Esta to do it. In this spellbinding sequel to the New York Times best-selling The Last Magician, Esta and Hart set off on a cross-country chase through time to steal back the elemental stones they need to save the future of magic. Arch Enemies by Marissa Mayer. Nova's double life is about to get a lot more complicated. As Insomnia, she is a full-fledged member of the Renegades, a syndicate of powerful and beloved superheroes. She works with Adrian's patrol unit to protect the weak and maintain order in Gatlin City. As Nightmare, she is an anarchist, a group of villains who are determined to destroy the Renegades. Nova wants revenge against the so-called heroes who once failed her when she needed them most. But as Nova, her feelings for Adrian are deepening, despite the fact that he is the son of her sworn enemies and, unbeknownst to Nova, has some dangerous secrets of his own. This enticing mix of superhero adventures and bubbling love story will send readers racing for the last page. Kingdom of the Blazing Phoenix by Julie C. Dow. Princess Jade has grown up in exile, hidden away in a monastery while her ruthless stepmother rules as Empress of Fanglu. But the empire is in distress and its people are sinking into poverty and despair. Even though Jade doesn't want the crown, she knows she is the only one who can dethrone the Empress and set the world right. Ready to reclaim her place as rightful heir, Jade embarks on a quest to raise the Dragon Lords and defeat the Empress and the Serpent God once and for all. Sequel to Forest of a Thousand Lanterns, Kingdom of the Blazing Phoenix is filled with breathtaking pain and beauty, dazzling magic, powerful prose, and characters readers won't soon forget.
The Beekeeper's Promise by Fiona Valpy. Heartbroken and hoping for a new start, Abby Howes takes a summer job in rural France at the Chateau Bellevue. The old chateau echoes with voices from the past, and soon Abby finds herself drawn to one remarkable woman's story, a story that could change the course of her summer and her life. From the best-selling author of Sea of Memories comes the story of 2 remarkable women, generations apart, who must use adversity to their advantage and find the resilience deep within. The Red Address Book by Sophia Lundberg. Meet Doris, a 96-year-old woman living alone in her Stockholm apartment. She has few visitors, but her weekly Skype calls with Jenny, her American grandniece and her only relative, give her great joy and remind her of her own youth. When Doris was a girl, she was given an address book by her father, and ever since she has carefully documented everyone she met and loved throughout the years. Looking through the little book now, Doris sees the many crossed-out names of people long gone and is struck by the urge to put pen to paper. In writing down the stories of her colorful past, working as a maid in Sweden, modeling in Paris during the 30s, fleeing to Manhattan at the dawn of the Second World War, can she help Jenny, haunted by a difficult childhood, unlock the secrets of their family and finally look to the future? And whatever became of Alan, the love of Doris's life? A charming novel that prompts reflection on the stories we all should carry to the next generation and the surprises in life that can await even the oldest among us. With This Pledge by Tamara Alexandra. Elizabeth, or Lizzie, Clouston's quietly held principles opposed those of the Southern cause. But when 40,000 soldiers converge on the fields of Franklin, Tennessee, the war demands an answer. The Carnton home, where she is governess, is converted into a Confederate hospital, and Lizzie is called upon to assist the military doctor with surgeries that determine life or death. Faced with the unimaginable, she must summon fortitude even as she fears for the life of Townie, her fiancé and lifelong friend. From the pages of history and the personal accounts of those who endured the Battle of Franklin, Tamara Alexander, the author, weaves the real-life love letters between Captain Roland Ward Jones and Miss Elizabeth Clouston into a story of unlikely romance first kindled amid the shadows of war. Working Our Way Home by Ron Hall. Ron Hall was an international art dealer with upscale tastes. Denver Moore was a homeless drifter with a dangerous past. Millions have read about their unlikely bond through their first book, Same Kind of Different as Me, a New York Times bestseller, and now a major motion picture. With both wit and wisdom, these pages reveal God's plan lived out through these men and those closest to them, including their passion to fulfill Debbie's dream of easing the pain and humiliation associated with homelessness, poverty, and inequality. American Prison by Shane Bauer. In 2014, Shane Bauer was hired for $9 an hour to work as an entry-level prison guard at a private prison in Winfield, Louisiana. An award-winning investigative journalist, he used his real name. There was no meaningful background check. 4 months later, his employment came to an abrupt end. But he had seen enough, and in short order, he wrote an expose about his experiences that won a National Magazine Award and became the best read feature in the history of the magazine, Mother Jones. Still, there was much more that he needed to say. In the book, American Prison, Bauer weaves a much deeper reckoning with his experiences together with a thoroughly researched history of for-profit prisons in America from their origins in the decades before the Civil War. Medical Medium Liver Rescue by Anthony William. What if you could focus on one aspect of your well-being to transform all the others, and at the same time prevent health problems you didn't even know were lurking beneath the surface? In today's world, we have no idea how many symptoms, conditions, and diseases are rooted in an overloaded liver. It's not only about liver cancer, cirrhosis, and hepatitis. Nearly every challenge, from pesky general health complaints to digestive issues to emotional struggles to weight gain to high blood pressure to heart problems to brain fog to skin conditions to autoimmune and other chronic illnesses, has an origin in an overloaded liver and can improve and heal when you harness the force of this humble organ. Medical Medium Liver Rescue offers the answers you should have had all along. With his signature compassion, author Anthony William, the medical medium, shares unparalleled insights into undiscovered functions of our life-saving livers, explains what's behind dozens of health issues that hold us back, and offers detailed guidance on how to move forward so we can live our best lives. Come check out these new titles and other awesome books at the Spanish Fork Library at 49 South Main. Hope to see you soon!